she whipped that hoe.
Hey guys, it's Timara. I'm back with another lady. Today's video is a focus video. During times like this, and I don't know, you may be watching this video 2022, but right now in 2020, there are a lot of things that the media is trying to get you to focus on, aka coronavirus. Since they're trying to make, I'm gonna try not to like talk with my hands so much because I always be like, and because, and this is why, but during times like this, I believe that there's a bigger picture than what the government is trying to push on us. And so, as you know by the title, we're going to be talking about how to find what we value. So this is going to be a super exciting video. I suggest you take some time to yourself and get out a pen and paper so that we can really dive deep into figuring out what we value. I was talking to somebody and they were like, you need to hang out with people who have the same morals and values as you, or you need to be in a relationship with people with the same values as you. And it kind of made me think, okay, well, what do I value? And so I really had to do some research and figuring out how to find out what you value. The reason why this is so important is because what you value is the reason why you make certain decisions, and the decisions determine the direction of your life. So if you realize right now your life isn't where you want it to be, you're not working the job you want, you're not staying in the home you want, you have to take a look at what you're valuing. The value list can be long, but we're going to talk about the hierarchies of each value. That way we understand what we value so we can create the life that we want. The reason I'm going to share with you my values is just to give you a little bit of insight about who I am, but also to get your brain going to figure out some of the things you may value. It's super easy to be like, I'm always like, it's super easy. It's super easy to say the cliche values like, oh, I value family, I value success. But if you value family and you only see them on Christmas, how can you say you value something when you only participate in it one day out of 365? Don't fool yourself. I think it's very dangerous to try to fool yourself into certain thoughts, but instead just sit down and say, okay, well, I say I value family, so what decisions do I have to make sure that that's something I actually value? Do I need to call my mom once a week? Do I need to go visit them out of town? Do I need to go visit them up the street because they live right around the corner? Because I say I value family, but I'm only seeing them on Christmas. So I'll begin with telling you my top 3 values right now, and then I'll ask you a few questions to help you determine what you value, and then in the next year, baby, you're gonna be living the life you want because you sat down and you figured out what you valued and you made decisions to create and attract what you want in your life, okay? This is a focus video, baby. All right, first on my list is self-love. What self-love means to me is making decisions that I'm not gonna ultimately regret. So for example, if, say I'm trying to save my money, but this wig is just really, it's really calling my name. I'm like, I need it, I dropped 300 on it, and then I regret it because I know I have bills coming up. I know that there's rainy days coming up. So in the back of my mind, I'm just like, oh, I shouldn't have spent that money. I shouldn't have spent that money. And that's not really loving myself because it's like I'm regretting the decisions I make. And I want to say, you're not going to know what you value until you kind of experience life. And you're going to have to make some mistakes and go through some rough patches to figure out what you like or what you value. I think that there was a time in my life where I didn't love myself as much, and that's why I realized, okay, self-love definitely has to be top of my list. And it's just really sitting down and making sure that everything I do is with love and care. Since self-love is on the top of my list, there's a lot of decisions I make based off that, and ultimately I'm creating the life that I want because I'm loving myself. Value number 2 on my list is growth and entrepreneurship. The reason you're gonna have certain values is based on experiences in your life. This is what made me realize that entrepreneurship is for me and growth is definitely for me. But basically 2019, I got offered this job. I was in there like swimwear. I did everything it took, went to the classes, stayed late, did everything. And the lady was like, okay, yeah, we're definitely gonna go with you. I'm excited about giving this a try. I'm like, yes, me too. You know, I finally have a salary-based job. I got benefits, you know what I'm saying? Like really an adult, right? I felt like this was my big break. And so after some days went by, they gave me a call like, you know, we're gonna go with somebody that's more experienced. And when I say my heart was broken, because I had just cut off my video clients, I was slowing down because I was like, all right, I'm gonna be working this job. I don't want to take on too much. And at that point, I realized I'm never gonna have somebody control my emotions or my money to that extent. And so that's why entrepreneurship and growth is number 2 on my value list, is because as an entrepreneur, you have to read books, you have to go to seminars, you have to get different perspectives, you have to work with different people in order to keep growing. As an entrepreneur, you have to have the discipline to read that book when you want to listen to Lil Uzi, because baby,
there's really not my bros. These niggas, they my foes. I ran out of space with diamonds that's all on my toes. I'm switching my hoes, same way I'm switching my clothes. Yeah, rockstar goals, set them on my nose.
Having that experience where I got super hyped, my hopes up, and then it comes to a halt, that is why I value growing and listening to seminars and getting wisdom through different books. People have different values, and that's okay. There's no right or wrong list. It's just you are creating these values, that way you create the life that you want for you. And so that goes into my next value, which is value number 3, and that's health. And so for me, you know what I'm saying, she's blessed, you know what I'm saying? She's blessed. But at the same time, looks can be very deceiving. Just because someone's slim doesn't mean they're healthy in the inside, or just because somebody looks good doesn't mean their spirit is good. So I just want to stop and say it would be very immature of you to compare yourself to other people. The reason I say it would be immature is because it takes a level of maturity to realize that you're created perfectly for you, and your purpose is completely different than everyone else's purpose. So the third thing on my list is health. It takes a lot of discipline to be like, okay, well, I'm actually gonna work on my website for 3 hours versus taking a nap. That's when the health value kind of clicked in my head, is that I realized that I need to be eating foods that keep me energized so that I can work 8-hour days or 10-hour days. I can't just say, okay, well, I don't need to work out because I already look the way I want to look. No, you need to feel the way you want to feel too. Whether I look the way I want to or not, exercise gives you energy. And if I want to be an entrepreneur and really run the business, Merrimack Studios, that I'm trying to create, I need to have more energy. Those are my top 3 values: self-love, entrepreneurship, and health. And these things that I value are essentially driving the decisions I make each and every day. And there's a bridge between where you are now and where you want to be, and that bridge is called habits. And the only way to change your habits is to understand what you value. And this is what I did so that I could figure out what I value. So I'm not going to tell you to do anything that I haven't done myself. The first question would be, why is your life the way it is right now? I'm going to say that again. Why is your life the way it is right now? Whether that's, why do you have kids? Why are you working that job? Why are you feeling those emotions you feel every day? And don't think too hard about it, because the first thing that comes in your mind more than likely is what it is. But just kind of think about, you know, why am I working this job? Or why am I feeling down, depressed? Or why am I feeling happy, energetic? Why is my life the way it is right now? The second question would be, what's been most important in my life? Sit down, you can pause this video if you need to, and really think, okay, like, what has been most important in my life as we speak? The third question would be, what is the vision that I have for my life? And that's such a hard question, because even when I was sitting down thinking about it, I'm like, well, my life is good. I feel good, I look good, I'm not wanting for anything, but at the same time, would I be okay with living this exact life for the rest of my life? And it's like, no, I wouldn't. So where do you want to be? What vision do you have for your life in the future? And then the fourth question would be, what makes you feel the most accomplished / fulfilled? This question to me really helped me get my values in place, because I realized whenever I did something that made me feel fulfilled, I felt like I was walking in purpose, and I felt like I was attracting the things that I want in my life and that I was going in the right direction. Think about those 4 questions. Why is your life the way it is right now? Why are you feeling those emotions? Why are you working that job? Why do you have 6 kids? Whatever. You gotta have a vision for your life. You have to put your values first. It makes sense when they say you need to hang out and be in relations with people who value the same things. Say you have a baby daddy or whatever, and he's like, I don't have time for the kid right now. I just don't. It's not that he doesn't have time for the kid. He just doesn't value the kid. The only thing someone means when they say I don't have time for it is I don't value it. It's not top 3, it's not top 5, it's not top 10. You know what I mean? And that's where the hierarchy comes in. If you value success, say number 2, and then you value your kid number 9, that's gonna create a conflict in your life. I think it's very important to be in relationships with someone and to sit down and have those conversations with them saying, what do you value? And they're gonna say, well, I value family, I value success. And that's cool and all, but you need to be able to see those actions. You need to be able to see them talking to their family or doing what it takes to be successful. Don't let words fool you, but really pay attention to actions. That way you're not putting so much energy into trying to show somebody why they should value what you value. So like I said with the example, if he doesn't value time spending with your guys' kid, you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody like that, because you're going to either want to be like, why don't you value time with your kid? Why don't you do it? You're going to take all this energy that you're having for yourself and to try to convince them that they should be spending time with their kid. Or 2, you're gonna be like, okay, well, you're right, we can just send him to daycare. Your values will be pushed under the rug because you're trying to compromise with them. But instead, find those people that value the same things as you. Look at the actions. Actions speak so much louder than words. And if you don't know your values, it's okay to add that on the list. I just added health on my list because I realized that I don't have enough energy to put those hours into what I'm trying to create the life that I want. There's like so many millionaire millennials. I mean, I think I could be a millionaire. I don't know if you think that you can or not, but it all starts on what we value. That way we can make decisions based on what we value. That way we can create the life that we want, and that way we can attract the things that we want in our lives. So yeah, guys, this was just a focus video. Write your values list down, create the life you want, continue to grow with T, which is me. And then until next time, it's about health, it's about lifestyle, it's about focus. It's Timara.
Walked in and I had to go get a bag. Walked in, had to go get a big bag. Brought a big bag for the brand new bag. Why the fuck would I care what you say? I don't know why these niggas be playing. I don't know why these niggas be watching. I don't know why these niggas be clocking. That's why I got time for it. Cause a nigga like me, I'm not watching.